Good afternoon. We will call the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust meeting to order. First item is the minutes of the August 27th meeting.
Move approval.
Thank you. Thank you. We will vote now, and it passes unanimously. Next item is the consent docket.
Move the item subject to individual consideration.
Thank you. Thank you. Any items for individual consideration? Okay, we will vote. It's approved unanimously. There are no concurrent docket items, so the next group is items for individual consideration. First is ratifying and approving agendas number 1 and 2, revising plans and specification on certain bids. And with respect to the I-35.
This is the sewer rehab project.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sewer rehab.
I'm sorry, sewer relief project.
Relief project, thank you. And I take it no presentation for this item.
No, sir.
Any questions, any discussions?
Move the item.
Thank you. Thank you. Voting. It's approved unanimously. Item B, Memorandum of Understanding between the City of Oklahoma City and the City of Blanchard. Chris, any thoughts on this item?
Mr. Vice Chairman, we are actually moving a water meter where Blanchard is connected into our system.
Yes.
Down out right on the edge of our water service area so that we capture that area that is currently served by Blanchard through their portion of the system. So we'll move the meter down to where it's on the edge of our service area, and then we'll recover that section back into our
I
system.
had a little trouble following that. The water meter was further inside
Yes,
the Oklahoma City boundary.
Yes, sir.
And what we're going to do is pick up additional customers that
It's primarily undeveloped, but we're going to go ahead and move that meter back to the edge of our service area, just on the north side of the river, down on 109th in the southwest part of the city.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Voting. It's approved unanimously. Now we have agreements between the City of Oklahoma City and OG&E.
Mr. Vice Chairman, we actually own a pipeline from the North Canadian Wastewater Treatment Plant that provides treated wastewater to the Redbud power plant. And then when they use the water for cooling, they send it back to us to treat.
Okay.
That pipeline was not built by Oklahoma City, but it was turned over to Oklahoma City back a number of years ago. We have experienced a number of failures on that pipeline, so we offered OG&E several options, and the one option they selected was to take ownership of that pipeline back. So that's what this agreement does. It lets them take both of those pipelines back, and then the subsequent item D, establishes a rate that would be in our ordinance as a rate that anyone who wanted to do the same thing would have that same rate, so that we are in compliance with the IRS rules for rate setting and the taxable and non-taxable bonds. So these two items, the first item is to give that pipeline back to OG&E, both pipelines, and then D would be to set the rates.
Okay, thank you.
Do you need individual motions, or can we move both items?
No, it can be moved in one motion.
They go from the North Canadian wastewater facility over off of Memorial on the northeast side up to, it's out near Jones, is their Redbud power plant.
But I think we may need to vote for items C and D separately.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
C1 and 2.
Yes, okay.
We're
We're going to combine
items C1 and 2.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, any further questions? Voting? And it's approved unanimously. And now, item D.
That's for the rate setting.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry.
Move the item.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions? Voting? And it's approved unanimously. Next, items from trustees. Thank you. Okay, thank you. The general manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. In your package is status report for the Utilities Department. I don't have any further comments on that. But we do have a presentation today from our wastewater facilities operator, Infomark. We got an award, they got an award, and they want to talk about it. So Ed Schwab's going to come up and give us an overview.
My name is Ed Schwab. I'm Vice President with Infomark. And ladies and gentlemen of the Trust, and Chris and Brett, I appreciate the opportunity to stand before you. We actually have several awards that we're very proud of. Approximately 3 years ago, I made a lot of promises to the Trust and to the city that Infomark as a partner would do a lot of things. And after 40 years in this business, today is one of my proudest days of the team that we have out there. And these awards that I'm about to present to you are from 2018. And it was just the second year of operations that we made some significant improvements. 100% of the credit goes to the ladies and gentlemen in the field that we have out there doing hard work for you every day. And I also want to recognize your staff as one of the best partners in the industry, and both holding us to this high standard and yet being flexible every day to allow us to do the work that we need to do. I sincerely would put this partnership up against any partnership in the country in just its second year, and we're still going up and to the right every day. The first award that we have is for the North Canadian facility. And these are state awards given to us. The North Canadian facility, for the first time ever in the history of the plant, had 0 findings during its annual ODEQ inspection. And if anybody's ever been through a regulatory inspection, having an inspector find 0 is a very, very noble achievement. We partner with a company called Hawk, very famous in the instrumentation field, for the first wastewater plant in the country to ever install water turbidity equipment to measure wastewater effluent. And we also doubled the available land base for the biosolids beneficial reuse program. So with this, I present to you the North Canadian plant, large wastewater plant of the year. For the most improved plant, most improved large wastewater treatment plant went to Deer Creek. And at Deer Creek, we had the highest employee turnover rate of any of the plants prior to us taking over. That plant just had a hard time keeping folks. And as such, we have one of the youngest staffs at all of our facilities, your facilities. And in spite of that, the improvements that they have made and the commitment to their careers that they have brought with them has resulted in them winning the most improved facility of the year. Now, we have here the large wastewater plant lab tech of the year. Ms. Marilyn Baumann can't be here because she's busy running the lab. But she performs the inspections at all the facilities and performs quality checks on the operators, performing various tests, ensuring consistent lab operations. And every single day at a wastewater facility, much less at 4 large ones, there's literally hundreds and thousands of opportunities to miss a parameter, mistake a sample, misdocument a sample, miswrite the results, et cetera. And so not only does Marilyn do that every single day above and beyond, but she's also our lab safety officer. Now this next one is very cool, and I'd like to ask Eli Ruiz to stand up and join us. I'm not sure I like the title of the award, but it's kind of fun, the Gimmicks and Gadgets Award. But beyond the fun in the title, what Eli did on his own, on behalf of all of us, was designed and fabricated and field tested a calibration tool that ensures the accuracy of an open flow channel to within 3% accuracy when 10% is the industry standard. So not only can it be done safer, it could be done much more accurately, and we are in the process of patenting this tool and providing it first and foremost to all of our partners within our company, and then we're going to see what the marketplace will do. So not only did Eli win this award at the state level, but also the Water Environment Federation, our national organization, also recognized it as, and they call it the Ingenuity Contest, a little fancier title, right? And it's called the Trifecta Award. It goes to Eli Ruiz, a level sensor calibration tool that provides safe, quick, and accurate results. So we are being recognized nationally for that as well. So in closing, after just the second year, this is just the beginning. We look forward to being in front of you hopefully every year. We've already applied for the awards for this year, and we appreciate you as much as you may appreciate our efforts out in the field.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
On behalf of the trust, I'd like to say you guys are doing a great job at all of our facilities, and we really appreciate the level of effort. I know we've had a few major incidents. We had a fire at the North Canadian plant this year. You guys responded immediately. And so, under normal conditions, they're hard enough to run, but under adverse conditions, I mean, you guys did a remarkable job out there. So I want to thank you on behalf of myself and the trust for all the efforts that you guys put forth each day, and winning awards is just the nature of what you do. I mean, you do a great job, so you're going to win awards if you're that good at what you do. So thank you very much.
I appreciate that sincerely. We've had fire and rain. I'm waiting for the locusts.
I want to thank Eli. What great work, and encourage you to keep dreaming.
Thank you
for
very
our
much.
betterment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, may I ask you a question? So, having gone through these awards, how many wastewater plants do we have in our system?
We have 4.
Okay, very good.
We have North Canadian, South Canadian. They're in the north and west quadrants.
Okay.
And then we have Deer Creek and Chisholm, and they're both in the northwest
I
quadrant.
see. Thank you. Well, that's great. Great news.
That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Next. I'm sorry. Next is citizens to be heard. All right. We are now adjourned. Thank you.